Hi, I'm Ethan Lin, your GRT hand tools lead for the 2020 to 2021 season. This is the first of 4 videos of the Gun Robotics team hand tools training. In this video, I will be introducing a number of hand tools, and you will see how they work, what they do, and how they can be used with different hand tools. By the end of this video, you should be comfortable with using a few of our hand tools in the shop.
Before we get started though, remember to always make sure you're following the safety rules of the shop. These guidelines must be followed when you're working in the shop. The physical shop safety guidelines include putting long hair in a bun, having dangling objects like hoodie strings or jewelry removed or tucked in, wearing closed-toe shoes, having long sleeves securely rolled up, and wearing pants that cover your knees. Also remember that you always have to wear safety glasses when machining or working on a robot. It is also important that you're mentally prepared to work in the shop. This includes being well rested, as fatigue or inattention can lead to mistakes that injure you or those around you. If you have any questions about shop safety, please feel free to ask your teammates for help. The chop saw is used to cut wood. Here's how to use the chop saw. First, put on hearing protection. Clamp down the material you plan to cut so that it doesn't shift or move around when you're cutting. Before tightening the clamp, bring down the blade without turning the power on to see where it'll cut. When everything is clamped down and you're ready to cut, announce loud noise at an appropriate volume so that everyone in the shop can hear you, but not too loud to avoid startling people. Wait for anybody nearby who wants hearing protection to get it. The chop saw has a safety latch that needs to be pushed before the main trigger will work. Press the safety latch with your thumb, then pull the main trigger to turn the chop saw on. When the chop saw is at rest, there is a plastic cover over the blade. The plastic cover automatically retracts as you pull down to cut and covers the blade as you pull up. While cutting, use your left hand to hold down the material, even though it is clamped, for extra safety. Before cutting, be sure to turn on the vents. Pull the blade down to make your cut, then pull it back up to put it to rest.
Loud noise!
When you finish with the chop saw, be sure to close the vent and remove wood pieces from the work table. After you're done using the chop saw, be sure to use the wall vacuum to clean up any sawdust. Note that you won't use machining oil on the chop saw, or any wood or plastic you cut anywhere in the shop. Machining oil is for metal. In addition, be sure to keep your hands away from the blade, whether or not the chop saw is on or off. Saw blades are sharp. There are 2 drill presses in our main shop. We call them the Drill King and the Drill Prince. In addition, there's a mini drill press located in the mini machine cubicle. Drill presses are used to drill wood, plastic, or metal. But if you're drilling a hole more than half an inch of diameter into metal, use a milling machine. I'll demonstrate drill press operations using the Drill King, then I'll show you the Drill Prince. In general, the Drill King is a drill press to use for larger pieces and larger holes. Some important parts of the drill press are the power switch, table, feed lever, vise, and speed knob. Here's how you use a drill press. To choose your drill bit, refer to reference chart on the shop wall and above the drill bits. To install the drill bit, insert it into the drill chuck and use the key to tighten. Make sure that the drill bit is centered in the chuck jaws. If you're not using a vise, position a piece of sacrificial scrap wood under and clamp your wood. This keeps the drill bit from accidentally hitting the drill press table. If your material is long and extends out from the table, position the logger end to the left. This keeps the material from spinning towards you. Tighten your material in the vise. Then, lower the feed lever and position the vise so that you're drilling in the current location. Clamp the vise securely to the drill press table and so that it doesn't spin during the drilling operation. Be sure to use the 2 cranks to adjust the table to the correct height. To set the correct drill speed for your material and bit size, first refer to the chart on the drill press or on the wall. Both the main shop drill presses must have the drill speed changed while the drill is spinning. On the Drill King, the speed control mechanism is on the front. Turn the drill on. Then turn the red handle until the arrow is pointing to the desired speed. Read it as a number in the middle ring, or the middle position of the 3 possible settings. Now you're ready to drill. Turn the feed lever to lower the drill bit to your material, always keeping one hand on the handle. When you drill, you want to make sure to peck at the material rather than drilling straight through the material in one go. This means drilling a little bit, then pulling the drill bit up a little bit before continuing deeper. When you're finished with the drill press, be sure to remove and put the bit away. Remove scrap pieces from the work table, and use the wall vacuum to clean up any small scraps from the table and floor. Now, I'll show you the drill prints. The drill prints has a laser alignment tool that shows where the drill bit will enter your material. Make sure to turn this off when you're done drilling. The speed control handle is on the left side. Again, the drill must be spinning to change the speed. If you are using the mini drill press in the front shop area and need to change the drill speed, the drill must be stopped and unplugged so that the drive pulley can be adjusted. Check with me or a mentor to learn how to change the mini drill press drill speed. The Arbor Press is a machine used for pressing things together. Here's how to use the Arbor Press. Rotate the lever counterclockwise to lift the ram, and rotate the lever clockwise to push the ram downwards onto your material. To use it to press onto something, simply rotate the lever while resting and supporting the parts together on the base. When you're done with the Arbor Press, the ram must be lowered and the lever must be positioned so that it is not hanging off the table. The Arbor Press is one of the simplest tools in the shop to use, but can also be dangerous if used improperly. If you need to use another Arbor Press operation, check with me or a mentor. The Rotex Punch is used to punch holes of different sizes. It should only be used on thin sheet metal, 1/16 of an inch or less, not to box beam or anything else. Here's how to use the Rotex Punch. To change the hole size, push the top lever back. You need to push this back with a lot of force. When the lever is pushed back, the punches on the upper section can be rotated to bring the desired size to the center front position. You should hear or feel a click that tells you that the punch is in position. Second, look at the letter below the punch. Then rotate the lower section to the machining letter position. Before punching, make sure to hold your material in place, then use the lever with the pool noodle to punch through. When you're done with the Rotex Punch, clean up any scraps and position the lever over the bench.
Bandsaws, chop saws, and hand saws are not precision tools and cannot produce precision results. Cutting stock prepares raw material for further precision machining operations or makes a final cut when precision isn't required. You always want to mark your stock before cutting, using a scribe or writing utensil like a Sharpie. Do not use any other tools to scribe. Layout fluid, or die gum, makes marking appear more clearly on metal surfaces, like so. Apply die gum in the area you wish to mark, let it dry, and then scribe over it. You'll hear the phrase, measure twice, cut once, meaning that you should read the drawing sheet dimension and measure it on your work material. Then check the drawing sheet again and make your measurement a second time to ensure that you haven't made any mistakes. Then you can cut. When cutting stock for precision machining, you should add an extra 1/8 length for lathe parts and an extra 1/4 length for box beam, sheet metal, or wood 2x4s. For example, if your desired part is 3-inch long piece of box beam, you want to mark it at 3 1/4 inches. This leaves room for the machinist to square the end of the stock and then machine to the desired dimension. If you feel like your cut might be crooked, add enough space so the machinist can square the end. When cutting stock for precision machining, remember that the cutting blade has a width and that this much material will be removed from the stock piece. Be careful to position the stock before cutting using a vise or a guide so that the blade cuts on the outside of the measurement mark you've made. You don't want to make your cuts too long because that wastes stock, but you want to cut it too short because then the whole piece is wasted. If you're cutting multiple pieces of stock, be sure to plan accordingly.
The horizontal bandsaw is mostly used for cutting box beam or other rod or bar stock. Unlike most of the other machines in the shop, the horizontal bandsaw doesn't have a nearby fence. Some important parts of the horizontal bandsaw include the power switch, clamp, feed knob, and stand. Be sure to mark your saw properly before you cut it on the horizontal bandsaw. Here's how to use the horizontal bandsaw. To clamp your stock properly in the bandsaw, position it and tighten the clamp at the end of the movable arm. Then, turn the feed knob to gently lower the blade onto your stock and check the cutting position. If necessary, raise the arm, loosen the clamp, readjust, and retighten the clamp. After positioning, check to make sure the clamp is still secure. If the stock piece you're cutting is too long, use the stand to help hold the stock. Before cutting, lift the blade up once more and carefully apply oil along the cut you want to make. Then, turn on the machine and let the blade lower itself slowly into the metal by adjusting the feed rate with the knob. Make sure you aren't cutting too fast into the stock. This can dull, bend, or break the blade. You don't need to turn this machine off. It turns off by itself once the cut is finished. Wait once you're done with the cut because the stock will still be hot. When you are finished with the horizontal bandsaw, be sure to return excess stock to inventory, remove scrap pieces from the saw, and use the wall vacuum to clean up any small scraps from the saw and floor.
That does it for the first video of our GRT hand tools training. I hope this video has given you a better understanding of the machines we've covered today. If you have any questions, please ask them during class so everyone can learn the answer to these. Stay safe everyone, and I hope to see you all soon in the shop.